What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and this I wanted to break down something with SPY, Tesla, and a couple of other tickers. Let me first mention that I am not a financial planner. Make sure you take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull and deposit $500, you guarantee 20 free stocks, and the offer ends in just 4 days. Anyways, the bill auctions came out aligned with expectations at 11:30 a.m., and we just have Harker giving a speech right now. Besides that, almost all the data is out, and the market is now just kind of doing its thing. So I just wanted to say that right now, the market is showing lots and lots of strength as we're breaking new all-time highs. We had this resistance around the 544 area. Excuse me, the 544 area right over here, and we ended up breaking through that. So because we broke 544, SPY is continuing to break out. This also looks like a nice bull flag breakout, at least for SPY. So we're showing lots and lots of strength. Now, in order for this to continue, we have to try to hold these key levels. We have resistance currently at 547. Our support's at 546. If we lose this, we'll be dipping back down. I think if we lose 546, there's going to be a risk of us coming back down to about 544. But just to be safe, we'll be watching every dollar amount now because we're in new territory, guys. SPY has never been this high before. That's why I'm looking at every dollar amount as a key level. And you could see how it respects everything. So now we're at 547. If this breaks, I would say that we have potential to go all the way up to about 549. We could even try to break past 548 because there's so much momentum right now. So the market's continuing to squeeze and buyers are stepping in and they have the edge right now. So we'll be watching to see how things end up developing. As far as Tesla goes, so for SPY, we're actually more bullish. So we're going to be looking for more ups. If we can break 547, we could get closer to 549. So we're still looking bullish, by the way. For Tesla, it's also bullish. We had a little bit of a drop in the morning only to bounce. Then we got a lot of bullish news about the Tesla. One of Tesla's models is now qualifying again for the $7,500 tax credit. And then there's been a lot of bullish news about Elon Musk's pay package. So with this being said, and with new developments of FSD in China, 187 is our resistance. If we break this, we're going up to 190, eventually 192. If we break below 185, I'll be looking at 182. Overall, we're looking more bullish. Looks like it wants to go up to 190 plus because when I zoom out like this, we have a nice symmetrical looking structure on Tesla. So you guys can see this has like a double bottom. It's forming like a W shape. This is like a W like this. This will likely lead to Tesla pushing all the way up to 200. The pattern looks bullish. Tesla has more upside potential, and we're seeing this thing continuing to squeeze. So there's most definitely more potential. In fact, SPY is currently at 547. I was trying to break it, so it's still looking very, very strong, very parabolic. And this is helping Tesla try to break out even higher, as Tesla could be making its way up to 190, then eventually 200. For the QQQ, we're actually breaking resistance. We've broken past 480, so now we have a breakout confirmed. We're looking at 485 and 486 as resistance levels. If we break that, we could get very close to about 488. So we're looking very bullish on the triple Q. I'm very excited to see how high this goes. There's no sign of it stopping. It's just like a train has so much momentum, right? It's going to require, something very tough to stop it. For now, the market's holding up, so we have to be very patient. I was right about Nvidia. We are still shuffling on Nvidia between these levels. Nvidia pushed up to about 134. We dipped all the way down to 130, only to rebound. So we're still range bound right now, at least on Nvidia, going back and forth and back and forth. But overall, the chart is still bullish. We're still on an uptrend, so it could push higher. But just know that resistance is kind of tough on Nvidia. That's why it's still kind of trading sideways for now. But there is still upside potential as long as we try to hold key levels. Bitcoin dipped to 65,000 only to bounce. Now we're approaching resistance around 66,300. If this breaks, we'll be pushing up to about 67,000. There's definitely more upside potential. For Apple's looking more bullish. If we could break and hold above 217.5, we'll be looking at 220. If we end up losing 216, we'll be dipping down to 214. This is looking bullish on the 4 hours, so I'll be looking for 220. There is potential for Apple to go even higher. I'm excited for that. It looks bullish. Supermicro is also looking more bullish. We have 903 as resistance. If we break through this and hold above this, we'll be looking at 920 and eventually 943. If we end up losing this, and that's going to be very important for close, can we close above 900? If we close above 900, there's more upside potential. If we fail to do so, we could be dipping back down to 880, which is where we had the previous resistance becoming support. But I see upside potential in this. For Coinbase, we're looking more bullish. Going to be looking at 245. If we break this, we'll be looking all the way up to 250. If we end up losing support currently right here around 240, we'll be dipping back down to 237. Otherwise, we're still bullish. Amazon's trying to push, but we have to get back above 184. If it breaks 184, we're back to bullish. We could be looking for a bounce. If it fails to do so, it could reject. So watch 184. Can we break this or not? Meta is trying to bounce. It looks bullish right now. We're going to be looking for 510's resistance, then 515 if that breaks. The market has seen tech bounce, and we're looking more bullish. GameStop is approaching support right here around the 25 area. If we fail there, I'll be looking at 22.4 as support. It should bounce off one of those two levels. We're kind of dipping after the shareholder meeting, but like I said, we could actually dip a little bit before we try to bounce. That's going to be very important for how we end up moving. Look for 25 to hold. If it doesn't hold, as 22 is coming, and we'll see if we bounce or not. AMC is also dipping with GameStop. We have 4.8 and 4.6 as key supports. We have to hold at least 4.6. If we lose that, we'll be dipping all the way down to fill this gap. So we got to hold key supports. That's going to be pivotal for how we end up moving. Anyways, SPY is continuing to squeeze, guys. We're breaking above 547. We're also seeing Tesla holding up very well. So we're seeing a lot of buyers stepping in. So we'll see how things go. But right now, the buyers have the edge. Market is continuing to squeeze. Tesla's also following the trend. So be prepared for this and be ready. I just want to give you guys a warning about this and give you guys more information. But with that being said, thank you all for listening. Have a great day. I will see you guys in the next one. Let me just go over one more thing actually before I conclude this video. I want to talk about the VIX. Something crazy happened to the VIX. Let me just talk about this real quick before I finish the video. I forgot to mention this. So we had this high right here, right? The VIX has been downtrending. What's interesting is we gapped up really hard. Now we're coming down to fill the gap, but there's another gap down here. This is all the way down around 12. So if the VIX loses 12.5 or so, 12.4 to 12.5, we're going to dip all the way down to 12, maybe like 11.9. So why is that significant? This is significant because it suggests that there's more downside potential for the VIX. And if that's the case, that's going to likely happen because of the market potentially pushing higher. So that tells us the market has more upside. When you look at stocks like Microsoft, Google, they're still uptrending. Microsoft is breaking all-time highs. Going to be looking for 450 soon. Looks very bullish to me. I think it wants 450. Google, it looks to me like it wants to go up to at least 180 all over again, and then 182 if that breaks. Everything's looking bullish. We're just seeing buyers stepping in again and again and again. The bulls have the edge, and we're still seeing SPY breaking all-time highs alongside the QQQ. So the market still bullish. Sometimes unexpected things can happen. We broke into new highs, so make sure you're a little bit careful, guys, because we're at new all-time highs. We've never seen SPY this high before, but like I said before, it looks like a steamboat or a train to me. It just has a lot of momentum. It's just going forward, and you have to just wait and see how things develop. All right. So thank you for listening. I will be back in just a couple of hours to give you guys one more update on how things are looking. And until then, I will see you guys very soon. For the people that asked me about the earnings calendar, this is what the earnings calendar looks like. There's just nothing too significant for me to talk about, except maybe CarMax on Friday. But if you want, you can take a screenshot of this. You can take a picture if you're interested in kind of saving this. But this is what earnings look like for the week. Nothing is really that significant, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. All right. So thank you for listening. I'll see you guys very soon, and peace out.